Simplify an expression by combining like terms. A typical question is simplify 2a plus 3b plus 3a. 2a plus 3b plus 3a. If we think of a being apples and b being bananas, then we have the following situation. 2 apples plus 3 bananas plus 3 apples. We can see that by combining the like objects, the above could be simplified to be 5 apples and 3 bananas, which in algebra is 5a plus 3b. Like terms are terms whose variables and their exponents are exactly the same. Final answers should be written with the variable terms first in alphabetical order and the constant or number term last. So here's an example. So we have A's and B's. So we're going to combine the A's first because that's alphabetical order. We have a -2 and a +7, which is a +5. And we have a +4 and a -6, which is a -2b. So we've simplified that expression by combining like terms. Right, so when we combine like terms, we also might need to distribute. So let's get in the habit of looking to see if we can distribute first, and there's no parentheses. So now we're just going to combine like terms. So we have m, n, and constants. So we have a -5m. And n's, we have a -3n. And a +6n, which gives me a +3n. And our constant is a +8. Number 2, can we distribute? No, there's no parentheses. So we're going to combine like terms. First, we're going to combine our A's. We have a +11a and a -2a, which gives me 9a. We have a -4b and a +3b, which gives me a -1b or -b. And we have a -4. Problem 3, can we distribute? No, so let's combine like terms. So let's start with our C's. We have an 8c and a +2c, which combines to 10c. Let's look at our D's. We have a -6d and a -12d, which gives me a -18d. And for our constants, we have a +7 and a -3, which is a +4. Okay, problem 4, can we distribute? In this case, we can distribute. So let's distribute. We have a 4x, and then we have -2 times the quantity x minus 5. So minus a negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times x is 2x. We have a negative times a negative, which is a positive. 2 times 5, which is 10. We have a positive times a positive, so we have 3 times x, so it's a +3x. We have a positive times a negative, which is a negative. 3 times 2 is 6. So now that we distributed, we can combine like terms. So we're going to do our x's first. We have a 4x minus 2x gives me 2x plus 3x gives me 5x. I have a +10 minus 6 is a +4. All right, number 5, 1/3 times the quantity 6x minus 18 plus 4x minus 12. So in this instance, we can distribute. So let's look at what that ends up being. So first we're going to distribute the 1/3. So 1/3 times 6. 1/3 times 6 is 6 over 3, which equals 2. So we have a 2x. Then we have a 1/3 times a negative 18, which is negative 18 over 3, which is a negative 6. And then we have a plus 4x and a minus 12. So now that we distributed, we're going to combine like terms. Positive 2x plus a 4x is a 6x. A negative 6 minus a 12, this is our constant, is a minus 18. All right, number 6. All right, we have 6x minus the quantity x minus 5 plus 3x plus 2. So we have, this is really like we're multiplying by a negative 1. Sometimes people find that helpful. So let's distribute. What does that give us? 6x, and then we have a negative times a positive, so a negative x, a negative times a negative is a positive, 5, bring down the 3x and the minus 2. Now that we distributed, we can combine. So let's look at our x's first. We have a 6x and a minus x, which is really a minus 1x, so that's 5x, plus 3x, gives me 8x, and then combine your constants of a plus 5 and a minus 2 is a plus 3.